Welcome back to McNulty's Book Corral. Today I'm doing a special episode to thank you for the 500 plus subscriptions. This happened very quickly. I didn't expect it. It happened over the last 4 or 5 weeks. And I wanted to thank all of you who have subscribed. I know that these things go up and down. By the time I post this video, I might be under 500. But either way, close enough. And thank you. I don't even tell people to subscribe or hit like anymore. Because I am the world's worst booktuber. So, but I wanted to thank you for that and thank those of you who have been checking in and offering comments. So I'm doing a special episode and I'm going to do a call out for some booktubers that I think you should pay attention to. Ladies first, okay, gentlemen? Always ladies first. Be polite. I'm old school. Obscure Book Adventures with Annie. Annie, you are great. MJ at Reading This Life. MJ, you're great. Regina's Haunted Library. She's great too. They all are. She does a thing called Batilda's Horoscopes that I think is really funny and cute. And she does have a good channel. She concentrates on horror fiction. Really good stuff. Gina, Stan Your Books. Okay. The links, by the way, will be down below to all of these channels. These are really great channels to watch. And I apologize if I miss somebody you think you should be included. I apologize. Let's get to some standby stuff, the ones I check in with regularly. Criminali blog. Ed McBain. He's an Ed McBain fan. He covers a lot of vintage UK paperbacks. He's a very nice man. He is very funny, actually. He has a really good sense of humor, and you should watch him. Anyone that likes Ed McBain books, I like them just because, that's how it works. That's how it works, guys. Michael K. Vaughn, thank you very much. You are the world's greatest booktuber, in my humble opinion. Roy Reads Anything. Now, I think Roy is in the UK. Yes, and he pulls stuff out that I'm a collector, and I'm thinking, I sure wish I had that stack. Very good channel. Excellent stuff. Read by Fred. He drinks coffee. Now, does Fred put Jameson's in his coffee? Let's find out. Let's have him answer that question. He should answer that question, Fred. I put Jameson's in my coffee, and I drink it frequently. So here we go. I'm kidding. That's really just Dr. Pepper. I'm just fooling y'all. Couple of newer guys. Hide and Read. Hide and Read, I don't know your name, but you're a very nice man. You have a very interesting channel, and you like Westerns. So, there you go. Another new guy, The Scholar Gentleman. This is a new one for me. Another very nice man I think he's starting out. So follow the links and subscribe to these channels. Six Shooter Westerns. Okay. He just did a really great episode where he's pulled out some really vintage Westerns. And again, I think he's in the UK, so he has stuff that I wish I had. And I'm trying to downsize, and I'm saying that, but I just love that stuff, that old school Westerns. So Six Shooter. Again, the links are down below. Sleepy Book Reader. Sleepy Book Reader is a newer gentleman, and that is a channel you need to get to. And then we have Little Big Library with James. James, you are doing a great job on your channel. You recently put out an episode where you were talking about information from the American Library Association, and you said you didn't like the episode. It was a good episode. You are giving good information. You're a good booktuber. You're a good man. Keep at it. And for the rest of you, I apologize if I left anybody out. If I want, I'll do more then later. But I wanted to do this because I'm being recognized lately in the booktube community, and I'm just an old coot who likes to drink beer and babble about books. But thank you very much for that. So check out all of these channels that are linked down below and subscribe to them. They're good people. So with that said, because I'm such a lousy booktuber, I'm going to do two things here. First, I decided I don't do a lot of the booktuber trends, but I decided to create a tag. I think it's a silly tag. I think I'm probably, I had to have 2 pints to get there. I'm kidding. I throw a lot of bad jokes. This is the channel where if you're watching it, I have got bad jokes. I went to a party and there were mimes there, and they all gave me the silent treatment. Okay, so there you go. Anyways, more of that to come. Anyways, I created a tag, and it's very simple, okay? Because this is what booktubers do. They do these things where everybody participates in it. I don't want to be tagged, by the way, because I'm on the road. In just a few weeks, I'm on the road again. So I can't really participate too much when I'm on the road. But I did a thing called a tag. It's where it's like your tag, you're it. And you have to do something. You have to respond to the tag. So I'm giving it to everybody. I don't know how this works. I'm not tagging anybody. I'm just saying it. So here's the tag. What book were you reading the day you lost your virginity? That's really bad. A couple of pints, you're in the saloon and you're sitting there thinking, hey, man, I tell you, we're going to get them sheep herders out of town. Anyways, mine was Nine Princes in Amber by Roger Zelazny, and it was June of what year? It would have been 1972. Wow, am I really old? Now for some fun stuff, okay? You've got all that. I thank you, and I thank you again. Since we're here, we have to talk about some books. So you've got some channels to subscribe to, and you have a tag thing that I created, which is totally innocuous and ridiculous. Pulps. All right, my favorite pulp is this one. In my weird collection, I have New Western from, what was the year? Is it even on here? Yes, it's March of 1953. It's this. I have a scan come up on one side of me. And the reason I like this is obvious, because of this here. This pulp has The Rider from Wind River by H.A. DeRosso. I did a episode about DeRosso. I visited his grave in Hurley, Wisconsin. His grave site is less than 50 minutes from my cabin. I may go there again this summer and just to have a snort of Fireball or something at his resting place. And he was an interesting guy. I'm not going to go into that, but I have that. And so this is the worst condition pulp magazine that you could ever find, and I have it because he's in it. When you love writers, you love writers. You know what I'm saying? And so this, and there's some other good stories in here too, by the way. There's a story in here called Beans and Bullets Free by William R. Cox. William R. Cox is the man that took over the Buchanan series after William Ard died. I think I got that right. And a couple of others. So my favorite pulp is this Western here, and a couple of others here. I have Western Magazine from March of 56, and the reason I like this one is again, I'll have a scan come up. We have a story by Gardner Fox, the great comic book writer and novelist, that anytime I see Gardner Fox's name on it, or one of his pen names, I buy it, okay? It's Western here is called The Killer and Johnny Kidd. Good story, really good stuff. Don't ever make fun of the pulps, guys. This stuff is fantastic. Then we have two unique ones. We have Texas Gunslinger by Murray Leinster. I've talked about him before. Now, this is an interesting pulp. This is a novel. It's 25 cents, Star Books number 1. And what year was this? Is it on here? It is not on here, so I got to look real quick. Sorry. 49. So this is the pulp magazine market adapted itself to the readership, and they did that. And out of the pulps come the pocket paperbacks in the 40s, and this is the type of thing that led to that. By the time this came out in the late 40s, early 50s, the pocket paperbacks were already in existence. But they started out just doing, instead of a collection of stories, they would put out these pulp novels in a smaller format to save money and sell it for 25 cents. And what a great idea. So these are fun to read, and the quality, from what I've discovered, is always good. So you've got that. And then we have another one. We have Western Novel Monthly number 2, Cattle War Buckaroo by William Hobson. These, by the way, both of these are reprints of earlier books that were published in hardcover. And this is an Avon Western. And again, it's a standalone novel, and it's complete, not abridged. It says right on the cover. So pulps are fun. And that's it for the pulp, quick little pulp update there. Just a couple of Westerns. I wanted to get this out there. Today, I have already rambled on just a bit longer than I should have. Don't forget to tag yourself or whatever you do with tags and give yourself a thrill with that rather ridiculous tag I created. In the meantime, stay well, stay happy, feed your brain. Cheers. Drink a pint. Read a book.